Do you remember the first plant that you spent time with and the impact that it had on you?
Yes, there's a couple of different ways I could answer that. I remember the first plant that came to me in a dream, and that
Mm.
plant was a plant I had no idea what it was, and that was the elder tree, as it turned out. So to this day, I consider elder one of my three most profound plant allies, and I now have it planted, around my land as well. So that was cool. Came to me, told me to, like, I was very fearful. I was fearful about living on this earth, being in a body. As a woman, I just had a lot of fears. And in the dream, the elder said, come under me, and you'll be safe. And this was very odd because the tree is not like an oak. It's not like a big tree. Like if you're standing behind an elder tree, anybody can see you from anywhere. So it was a psychic protection. And then when I went to do my first herbal apprenticeship, I saw this really kind of scraggly looking tree in my teacher's garden. And I said, that's the tree. What tree is that? And it was the elder. So that was one way I could answer you. The other way, and this is kind of fun, is that I was a very new herbalist. I'm not even sure if I had started studying it or I was just reading books, but my mother's best friend came in and she had smashed her finger in a car door and they were going to surgically remove it. And from some place, I think it must be from like a many past lives as an herbalist or something, I just said, no, wait, I know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I ran up to like the only two books I had. There was no internet yet, right? And I came up with something for her. And I told her, you're going to make this tea. You're going to stick your finger in it like 5, 6 times a day. She didn't have to get that removed. So I was hooked.
And you knew your path was clearly set before you before you even knew it.
Yeah, I didn't own it yet at that point, but I will never forget that. Yeah. And then the very first time I was introduced to herbs for healing, I went to an herbalist for a problem I was having. I got the herb tea that he told me to go get in the store. I was living in Northern California then, so it was much more ahead of us on the East Coast at the time. And I made the tea and I couldn't drink it. So I thought, all right, that's that. Herbs, not for me. So I learned subsequently, right, how you prepare your medicines, what form you get them in really makes a big difference because if you aren't going to drink it, it's not going to help you. So those are three stories from my early days. And everybody's going to want to know what herb I had her stick her finger in. So I'm going to tell you, it's in my books too, but the herb is, and it's not really used for this. So this is kind of interesting too. The herb is hyssop, Hyssop. That was the herb.